Welcome to the PHLY Sixers Podcast, presented by Rothman Orthopedics and broadcasting live from the Xfinity Lounge. Kyle Newbeck, Devon Givens, Bree producing here as the president of basketball ops. And one thing as the president of basketball ops, you know, we looked at Bree for our schedule, Kyle, a lot of times.
She sets the schedule. She makes sure we show up on time and lets us know when are the games taking place, when they are taking place, because I hardly know what day of the week it is.
I know. And a lot of times we have to talk about higher profile games like Christmas Day, MLK Day, opening night. What do things look like? I don't think we have to worry about some of those this year based on some of the schedule leaks that have been out there.
There is a clear message being sent. Nobody cares about the stinking Sixers.
Is that the message, Kyle? We're not getting any of those? Obviously, they're going to have an opening day. They're going to have an opening night. We get that part, but we're so used to Christmas Day and certainly on MLK Day. Right now, that does not look like the case. So let's start off with at least the high-profile games from opening night on the 21st of October. And then the next night being October 22nd with the nationally televised games. We don't see any Sixers games on those lists for the tip-off 2025 on Wednesday here, right? And on Thursday.
And these aren't even the true opening night. The true opening night games on the 21st, those are the highest profile games that you can get. That's going to be a ring ceremony, right? That's Oklahoma City. That's Kevin Durant and the Houston Rockets. Kevin Durant having to watch the Thunder collect their rings, hang the banner, the first Thunder championship in history. And then right afterward, Warriors-Lakers. It's Steph and LeBron. It writes itself. But it used to be, okay, maybe they don't make it on opening night. But surely during the opening week, we're going to get the Sixers at some point, right? They'll be on ESPN. They'll be on TNT. And that's where we get to Wednesday and Thursday.
Yeah,
and
so
that is where the real insult starts to come in.
Yeah, so you get the OKC part of it, of course, because they are the champs. And that's opening night. And they host Kevin Durant, formerly of the OKC Thunder. Now with the Houston Rockets, Kevin Durant, they're going to be challengers with the OKC Thunder in the West. The second game, we know Lakers, Golden State with the
that'll
LeBron
be a
James,
ratings juggernaut.
Steph Curry. We know how that works. And the new Peacock NBC partnership with NBC back. And it's no longer TNT.
Can't wait to hear that music again.
As you mentioned, it's no longer TNT. It's now NBC and Peacock. We can't forget about the Amazon Prime part of it, which is going to be also released.
We're going to hear about their game soon.
Exactly. And they're not there. And then when you talk about Bree showing the October 22nd now for night number 2 of opening tip-off 2025, the Cavs and Knicks, top 2 teams in the Eastern Conference, especially with all the injuries going on in the East. San Antonio, the number 2 overall pick, taking on the number 1 overall pick.
And you got Wemby, and I kind of get it, right? You're putting one of the young faces of the league, but it's the one that really sticks out here is the next night on the 23rd, the Pacers.
A rematch of the finals.
But Tyrese Halliburton is out for the year.
He's out.
Miles Turner is off the team. And it's like that. I don't know, man. I don't think there's much juice to that game. So that's where you start to say, hey, the league is just moving into an era where they say, we don't think we can advertise the product using the Sixers, right? Joel Embiid, can't trust that he's going to be out there. Paul George, can't trust that he's going to be out there. And then you get down to, is Tyrese Maxey one of those guys that is like a face of the league player? ESPN and NBC right now are saying no. It is what it is.
It is what it is. So let's move on to Christmas Day. Are they playing on that day? Are they playing on Christmas?
No.
5. There are only two teams playing on Christmas from the Eastern Conference, and that's game 1. Cleveland in New York at the Garden. Kyle, the other 4 games, all Western Conference teams. What is going on?
Well,
and the Sixers are not there.
The East, in a lot of cases, not trying to win, right? You're looking at Boston and you say they retooled and they're not involved. And The Celtics not having a Christmas Day game would have seemed unfathomable.
It would have.
A year ago. They're coming off of a title. They look like they're just going to steamroll to maybe a couple titles in a pretty short window. And now one devastating injury to Jason Tatum, and they've completely recalibrated what they're doing. So now you end up in a spot where obviously the Knicks will always get a Christmas Day game. They could be terrible.
Even when they're bad.
Even when they're bad, the Knicks are playing on Christmas and they'll be in that early slot. The Cavs coming off of a very good regular season, bad playoff performance. Donovan Mitchell likes the spotlight, tends to rise to the occasion. He's a New York guy. There's some angles there. But then the league is saying, forget the rest of the Eastern Conference. Take me out west and let's cook. And there are some
we couldn't get a Magic Sixers at 5:00.
Devon, I can't believe those words just came out here. Magic Sixers at 5:00. That's the cue for a national audience to go eat dinner or open presents or help little Timmy set up his new Hot Wheels ramp in the house. See, that I don't know. I'm not.
Yeah,
you're asking me.
I know.
I got to keep track of the Sixers schedule, let alone the NFL schedule.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just curious, man. On Christmas Day, we're discussing.
I wouldn't put them on any of these days.
I know.
How could you?
I know. It's tough too. MLK Day. Let's look at that schedule.
Surely they'll be on this one.
And so that'll be on ABC, ESPN.
Oh no!
Here we go. You got Milwaukee and Atlanta. Oh, Atlanta because Martin Luther King
always
in Atlanta.
Play.
They should be playing.
Yeah,
and they should be playing at 1:00 on that one. Milwaukee though. They're like, all right, the Sixers might be out of it by then. I don't know.
Giannis gets.
It is Giannis.
That's the thing here, right?
You got the Pistons and the Celtics, and
Giannis gets benefit of the doubt.
Yeah,
Giannis, the team might be in shambles now. Giannis could hand in a trade request at any time between now and the start of the season and completely dismantle all of this, right? But Giannis gets benefit of the doubt. We know the Atlanta component. The Thunder Cavs game, that's a number one in the East, number one in the West last year. You get that one. Mavs, Knicks. Once again, if the NBA can put the Knicks on national TV or on Peacock, they will do it. Cooper Flag, Anthony Davis, all that. Celtics Pistons is where I'm like,
that's what I'm saying, man.
Like, I get you're trying to promote the young guys. Cade Cunningham was great last year, like all NBA player, make the playoffs, and had a very good series against the Knicks. The Celtics, though, it's like, I don't know. What are they doing? You tuning in for Anthony Simons before he gets traded at the deadline to somebody else? And I don't know. Not a lot of so what it says is less about the teams involved. Like all those teams have at least some merit to be in their slots.
There's a case for each of them.
It says a lot more about how the Sixers are viewed, which is, number one, they're not good enough. Number two, we can't trust that we can put them in these primetime slots, because if you put them on Christmas, if you put them on opening night, I think or opening week, I would say is the big one. You can't feel any level of confidence that either of Joel Embiid or Paul George will be available for that game.
Yeah.
And then as you're trying to get people excited for the season, it's just another round of, here we go again. NBA stars are hurt and not playing. And people who settle in to watch, Joel Embiid versus, I don't know, Jokic or whoever, get to see Jokic against Adem Bona or Jokic against Andre Drummond. And it's Paul George, but then it's Justin Edwards. And that's not disrespect to Justin Edwards, but you can't market it around these guys. It's just not possible.
No, it's not. And we saw a few games last season where things went the other way, where they really started to backslide, that the games were flexed out and they would change from nationally televised game to a
Don't need to flex if you're never there in the first place.
Exactly. Now, maybe some things change.
Maybe Amazon are big buyers of the Sixers. We don't know.
Let's go Amazon and see what happens with the prime and the layout of what happens with the NBA. But right now, it doesn't seem like the NBA, as far as scheduling goes for these marquee games, these marquee nights, they are not buying the 76ers. So as we sit here on the PHLY Sixers Podcast, coming to you from the Xfinity Lounge with Kyle and Bree and myself, we just simply ask you, are you buying the the Philadelphia 76ers.
Because the NBA sure isn't.
We'll talk to you later.